Mr. Moiwa Adejobi, the first public relations officer. He's here with us to talk to us about what to expect during this festive season. Good morning and thank you for coming on today. Morning, Chineke.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We know this is the time that, people might lower their guard at some point, because of festivity, and others may just find a loophole to latch on to maybe unsuspecting celebrations or people during this festive season. What is the police doing to ensure that even though people may drop their guard, they still do that comfortably?
Well, policing is a process. It's like a system. So you just start a day to say you want to do this, you want to do that. We know that before now, the Ember month is always special to us because it's characterized with so many things, wrong projections, speculations, rumors that Ember month is bad, December is this, September is that the moment you enter this period, you tend to have more ugly incidences. But let's be realistic. This is a time people want to flux. The influx of people is always on their side. People want to come into the country, to various communities, to your state, to do one or two things. But most of them want to come and enjoy the festive period, while many of them will still want to come and do their bad businesses. As you thinking of catching the fun during the period, some are actually there to say, how do I make my ends meet in an illegitimate way? In other words, we have some criminals that are coming into our various communities, that are coming even to Nigeria to come and perpetrate their evil acts. But it's the responsibility is on the police and other security agencies to make sure that we fortify our various communities. We put certain measures on ground to protect our people, lives and property in all our communities in Nigeria. We are mindful of the fact that Ember month, like I said, is always very cumbersome for us. We are always on our toes. The Inspector General of Police, as IGB Ode, Adule Betokun, has that all commissioners of police and their supervisory AIGs to prepare their operation order for this period, starting from September. That's the first month in Ember month. And we have our operation order from all our commands and formations across the country. The operation order is a document that will comprise your activities, everything you want to do, administrative engagement, operational engagement, monitoring, everything you want to do for that particular assignment. So for Ember month, we have a robust operation order. This includes adequate traffic management. You agree with me, this period, we always have an increase in road crashes. So our traffic management units and our colleagues in particularly Federal Road Safety Corps and some of these state-owned traffic management agencies are always with us to work with us.
Do we expect more roadblock?
No. We don't have. Do we have roadblocks in Nigeria? We don't have roadblocks.
How do we call those ones we see?
We have stop and search. We have stop and search points.
Oh,
at times you see what we call observation points, pin down points. Roadblock is not common. Anywhere you see roadblock in Nigeria, definitely the government of that state has assented to that, has discussed with the IGB to have roadblocks. There are some states in Nigeria that will have roadblock. Roadblock is when you have zigzag movement. It's not just that when you see policemen, they flag you down and say this is roadblock. No. We have about 4 or 5 methods of that. We have roadblock, where you have log of wood, drums, everything to block the road, and you must move in zigzag movement. That is proper roadblock. You see where we have this is always a joint operation with the military. We always have that. It's not common there. But anywhere you have such a situation, I'm very sure the government of that place must have sought approval from the IGP, and the IGP will do that. It's not that a DPO will wake up after taking a glass of water and say, I want to go and block any highway anywhere. No, it's not so. Then we have observation points where you say police patrol vans will just park and open the doors of the vehicle. They monitor things. They don't move in most cases. That is pin down operation. Then we have the observation point too. It's similar to pin down points where you can observe movement, vehicular movement, people's movement, monitor so many things around you. In most cases, you see that some of these pin down points and observation points, we have our vehicles that have been, we have gadgets on them, cameras to monitor certain radius or distance from that particular point. So we don't have Roadblock anyhow. We are not reckless about that because we are mindful of the fact that for us, we don't even want to have proper roadblock the way it is. It's not.
But just
not
stop and search.
But there are some areas where the governors we make requests that we must have joint operation. I must have roadblock because of security situations in some of those areas.
I imagine that the IGP would have read the right acts to policemen. Look, this festive season, the stop and search, resist the temptation of asking people, what did you bring for us in this period?
That's well, the IG had a meeting with strategic commanders on Monday at the Ebele Jonathan Peacekeeping Hall here in Abuja. Strategic managers of the police, that team comprises commissioners of police and above. We had almost 140 of them on ground, including their AIGs. And the IGP made it clear enough that I want to have proper operational engagement during this period, devoid of corruption, incivility to members of the public, or harassment, as the case may be. And yesterday, he had a meeting with commanders of the PMF and all our tactical commanders. It's back to back. So the IGP is giving out messages to them directly. This message is coming out from the IGP. I don't want to say from the OC's mouth, but from the IGP's mouth, that they must this time around that we are tilting towards having that police, according to his vision of having a police force that is professionally competent, a police force that is rule of law compliant, service driven, and people friendly. So if you want to be people friendly, you don't need to be so aggressive. You don't need to be uncivil. So the IGP made, and another thing he discussed with them that we are tired of having complaints that some individuals in Nigeria, in connivance with some security operatives, dropping IGP's name, dupe Nigerians. You say, I have to strike a deal with you. If you have a case, you want to settle your case, and you are discussing for whatever you want to get from there, then you say, I want to get this percentage from IG in Abuja. Whereas this IG doesn't know anything about what you do. So we still want to reiterate now that Nigerians should be wary of this, be careful of those who are dropping the name of the IGP to dupe them. It's quite unfortunate that if Nigerians are discussing with our men, they quote and unquote, they are gullible to an extent that with the moment an IPO drops the name of the IGP, you say, and you believe that IGP is actually aware of what they are saying. The IGP is in Abuja. Even their AIGs might not be aware of what they do. In most cases, their CPs might not be aware of what they do. But it's important for Nigerians to know that anytime anyone is actually dropping the IGP's name or any senior officer's name, try to clarify from us. People actually, there's a case I mentioned sometimes ago that somebody went to Yinka Ifele in Ibadan, and in Ibadan, Yinka Ifele was calling me that somebody, the IGP PA is here in my office, and it's like he said, IGP said I should send 500,000 naira. How will an IGP ask Yinka Ifele, my brother, that is managing to do his business, and to say you should drop 500,000 naira? I don't think any IGP would do that. Rather, IGP will even invite Ifele and always collaborate with him and even support his ministry on what he's doing. So he took the pain to get across to us at the first headquarters. If he had not done that, maybe the guy could have collected 500,000 naira from Yinka Ifele. I actually want all Nigerians to always get across to us.
Did you find out who it was?
Sorry?
Did you find out who it was?
Yes, he was eventually arrested. It's nobody. He's just a civilian who likes to drop names of big men in the police, and he would dress. And what they do is they always monitor everything. So they are very, very current.
Did he wear a police uniform?
No, it's a mufti. But they will tell you, mention names, they will tell you police activities that you'll be convinced that actually this guy is close to the IGP. He will tell you where IGP lives, he will tell you the village of the IGP. Of course, these things are online. You can actually Google and get many information. But they are always, we arrested almost 10 of them this year who have actually been telling Nigerians the IGP said so. In fact, somebody went to some people that the IGP want to auction police vehicles. And that guy paid like almost 50 million naira to buy police auction. You don't have enough vehicle, and you still believe somebody telling you the IGP want to auction almost all the vehicles in the police. Yeah, this is a lie. We are able to arrest many of them, and we still. And I made a statement to that effect then to caution Nigerians, to educate Nigerians that this is not proper. Police auction process is a legal thing. And if you want to do it, there must be an announcement. Nigerians will know that want to do any public auction of any property you want to do. Not only police vehicles, you can auction anything you want. Exhibits are always auctioned, but the due process must be followed. We make announcement, we make publication in Nigerian dailies, and you can make advertorials for people to know that you actually want to auction of this. And this time around, Chimele, let's look at, I want Nigerians to take note that we are trying to take both steps in checkmating vehicle-related crimes in Nigeria. The IGP has introduced many things into the police to embrace ICT, to have what we call e-policing. We noticed that almost 60 or 70% of vehicles in Nigeria are not registered, and this is not proper.
60 to 70%.
Almost, yes, they are not registered, and you see people, even those who register their vehicles, they like to cover number plates. It's sick. I don't understand why. In most cases, you see people who have spent huge amount of money to get customized number, you still cover it. You that you want to show your ego, you want to show your pride, and that's why you have gone to customize your number plate, you still cover it. You just move around, you see, the thing is just another of the day that everybody just want to cover his number plate. It is criminal, and we made a statement to that effect sometimes, that Nigerians should know that on no account should anybody cover his number plates, except those who are penant officers. These penant officers are those that use flag on the official staff cars. Talking of the president, the vice president, the senate president, the speaker, principal officers of the National Assembly, the governors, and all of the commissioners of police and above, generals in the military, those that use pennants, that is flag. You can cover your number plate. The moment it's 6 p.m., those flags must go down, and it goes with the number. So when the flags go down, the number plates must be covered. Fine, official. But what of you that you are sorry to say, nobody, and you just want to cover your number plate? I've seen a commercial vehicle, one Uberman that is covering number plate. For what? So we want to take it serious, and that's why you see that we are introducing so many things to make sure.
Is that where the e-CMR comes in?
Yes, e-CMR is part of it. And of course, there are so many things we've done. There's what we call Operation Velvet. Those old ones in Nigeria will understand what we call Operation Velvet. It's not for the GZ, or what do you call our young ones now. Yes. The GZ will not understand what is e-CMR and what is Operation Velvet. It's a situation whereby you see the traffic department of the police in conjunction with road safety and other traffic management agencies. You come out en masse, check vehicles documents in total. At that time, you're going to see a mobile court close to there. Immediately, you are found wanting. Within 2 minutes, you have your sentence. So it's not that, please, it's my brother's brother, it's my uncle, it's my this. You don't even have time to make calls to say, please let me beg him, and you appeal to sentiment and you want to do that. No. We are still going to announce that. It's not what you do. You make announcement. Okay. After the expression of that announcement, I think we give them 14-day notice before we do that. But the IGP has given approval to that effect. The Deputy Inspector General of Police Operations has sent out the signal.
Hold on. Is there a revenue drive on the part of the police?
No. We do it with the state government. We don't do it. We don't generate. The police doesn't generate revenue. It's
no. Because I do know that the VIO, for instance, much as people do not like VIO stopping them, we know that when VIO stops you and your papers are not in order, what they do is they ensure you go to their office that day. In fact, they will follow you there. They will take you there and make sure that your papers are in order. Before you pay. Exactly, you pay before you leave.
But this we do.
So if you say your own is to find them, because it's
the government. Police don't control courts. Don't forget, I told you mobile courts will be with us. We don't control courts. We don't control the judiciary. Definitely, is the Attorney General and the state government of that place that work with us. In fact, now the process is we are writing to the government.
To what end is the question? That's what I'm asking.
No. The police will not do it alone. I told you it's Operation Velvet. The government is involved.
What are you trying to achieve with Operation Velvet? That's what I'm asking.
Vehicles that are not registered will be detected. Stolen vehicles will be detected. The VIO will be there. There are so many vehicles flying on Nigerian roads are not roadworthy. What is the problem? We need to enforce this. It's not all vehicles that you see on the road that they have papers. Most of them are fake documents. We have arrested many of these drivers that are in possession of fake or forged documents. And it's a criminal offense. The e-CMR is coming, is a project that is coming that, we started, this thing is not a new thing. It's 1958 that we have Road Traffic Acts of Nigeria. It's an act of law that the police must do proper documentation of all of these vehicles. And the only thing we have added now is that we're signing an MOU with the custom. Every vehicle coming into Nigeria must pass through this process. At a glance, it's going to help Nigerians too, because it's going to assist them to detect crimes, to recover some of these stolen vehicles. So far, so good. I think we have some, I don't know if you can help us with some of the slides we have in the studio. Them of them are available, that we have some of these vehicles recovered through the e-CMR. It's going to help us. Now the IGP has actually launched this application is going, this tab is given to policemen on the road. Instead of you having unnecessary arguments, you have paper, you don't have this, you have CMR, is e-CMR, electronic CMR, yeah. Central Motor Registry.
Mr.
We have these applications
I'm not enthusiastic about this at all. And I know the reason, because some people will say, oh, look, this is just another opportunity to exploit Nigerians. No. If people have actually gotten their vehicles through legitimate means, maybe their papers for whatever reason are not in order, and we don't know that there is a preponderance of ways people get their papers, and it might not exactly be original. I am not making excuses for them. It might just be that they do not know. It's just complete and true ignorance. Do we have a way of educating the public first to say these are the papers that you must have? You have a grace period within which to get it, and from this time, if you do not have it, this is what is going to happen.
For whatever enforcement you want to do, we always reach out to Nigerians. The Operation Velvet is what I told you. You must give notice of 14 days. It's not that you wake up a day and you want to enforce it. Go and perfect your papers. It's a tradition. It's a law.
14 days from when?
Anytime you made that announcement, and it's from state to state. It's not that across the country in a day. It's not possible. It's state by state. The CP is in charge of that state. You work with the government of that state to have a day that they're going to do it. Then the police will make an announcement that between so period and so period, please go and check your papers, go and perfect your papers, because we want to do enforcement.
Is it going to be done during this Yuletide season?
No, it's not now. The process, I told you, the process is on. We are going to work with the government to have approval of the government to give us mobile courts. It's another process, because the police will not be there alone. Okay. We don't want to do it in such a way that you just park vehicles.
I think we've gone ahead of ourselves then. If it's not during this Yuletide season, then let's leave it aside. When you're about to start it, you'll come and brief us about it again. But
you better get it before the...
yes, no, but I think to be forewarned is to be forearmed. I think that if we've said here that this is something that's going to happen after the holiday season, so nobody should be asking you for e-CMR right now. Is that correct?
No, you can start enforcement anytime, but this e-CMR is different. It's different from the Operation Velvet. Don't get it wrong. e-CMR enforcement is on, but the Operation Velvet is what I told you is going to be a process. We need to involve the state government. Okay, but whatever it is, we need to let Nigerians know that whatever innovation we have brought in on board, we have brought it to policing now.
So that is what e-CMR is, just in case.
Yes, Nigerians can have a look, and we have a portal there. People can actually visit the portal. But for stolen vehicles, the majorly is to assist us to prevent car theft and to recover some of our vehicles. That Nigerians can actually visit report CMR at pf.gov.ng. It's always there to do that. An additional thing the IGP has done is to work on the international drivers permit. You can see the old one. The old one is like this. Just see how it looks. I don't think this is too good enough for us to present this in any country abroad. It looks so inferior. So we are working on this. This has the barcode is there for you to get information of any driver at a glance. And this is going to help us in so many ways. Apart from this, we have the C4I. I came on board some time ago to discuss C4I to Nigerians. It's a rescue application, and the police VGS emergency reporting and response system. All these things you can download on your phone in case there is any problem. And the additional thing we have done on that one is when you have distress anywhere, you press this thing on your phone, there's a camera. Every phone comes with a camera. The camera will immediately be recording things around you, and we see this in our own office. We have used some of these applications to arrest so many people. Like I told you, 2023 in retrospect, generally we have 2,771 armed robbery suspects across the country. We have 1,974 suspected kidnappers who are involved in various kidnapping cases, and 2,755 people arrested for murder homicide cases. And for an operation of prohibited firearms, we have 772 suspects arrested for an operation of prohibited firearms. For rape, this domestic violence, rape, sexual harassment, and the likes. 1,629 suspects. We rescued 3,000. This is important. We rescued 3,173 kidnapped victims across the country.
Well, you have additional 2 police officers and 13 other people now to rescue who were kidnapped in Taraba.
The Taraba incidents in Pupule community, the police, the sergeant and inspector, they are members of that community. The sergeant resides in Pupule community while the inspector is on annual leave. He just went.
They were not in police uniform.
No. He's in the midst of his own people, and these armed bandits attacked the community around 10:30 p.m. And they moved away with some of them. This definitely we're going to do, because any kidnapping recorded, we always take them serious. We have a central efficient center in the office of the NSA. All of us meet. The military, the police, and all our intelligence community will meet to actually work on this and see what we want to do. But what I want to tell Nigerians is, when we have kidnapping, it's always very fast, very easy to kidnap. But to rescue is not that so easy. It's a very tedious assignment. We need to take our time so that we will not hurt anybody, any victim of kidnapping. So we want to appeal to Nigerians to always understand us when it comes to cases of kidnapping. Families of these victims at times are always very difficult to work with. It's because kidnappers always work on their psyche. Don't involve the police. When you talk to the police, we actually monitor you, and they believe that they monitor them. But we want to appeal to them. Always talk to us. Your identity will be in confidence. The identity will not be revealed to anybody. If we have been getting information from people's victims' family, and we have been rescuing victims, the students of University of Lafayette that were kidnapped, they have been rescued. They were rescued on 11th or 12th of December, just this month. The same thing in those same mine Casina. Almost 23 of them that were kidnapped have been rescued. So we are not relenting our effort to make sure people, those who have been kidnapped, are rescued on earth. And we work together with the military, and we have a fusion center at the office of the NSA where we coordinate all activities. So it's not that we do this in isolation. And for Nigerians to be on the same page with us, we just want them to always contact us in case they're in doubt of anything. All these innovations, all these ideas, electronic policing we want to put in place. We want them to know that we can't continue to be digital, to be analog in digital era. We need to move with time, and we need to be dynamic in whatever we do. They can always report to us through all our complaints platforms. We have all of them. My number is there. We follow us on Twitter. We follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everything, to get more information about it. So we want to appeal to them to please key into all our ideas. By the time we want to commence due enforcement of this, we're going to address the media again so that Nigerians can be in the know. But this is going to be very simple for us, because whatever we do now, this is going to help us at a point. No policeman will say, "You don't have this, say to me."
That's why
this system is connected to our control center, and we monitor everybody across the country.
To reduce our contacts instead of stopping people just indiscriminately. So this will help you see everything.
This app is going to be given to the enforcement officer. It's going to be at that point to do it. Even there, I think they can even register there. If they have not been registered, they can confirm it and check it online to do what they want to do.
Taking you to this.
So, and this time around, I think we need to urge our Nigerians that this is Ember month. We are going to have heavy deployment. All those uniformed men, security operatives on the field are to protect you, and therefore you. Please respect them. I know they are going to respect you. Fun stickers, whatever I want to do, we need to be moderate. Everybody has his own gauge. Don't go beyond.
We have to anchor at this point
and support us in whatever we do, so that I can enjoy our Christmas and New Year.
Absolutely.
And generally, we are inviting all of you for our Christmas carol. It's coming up on Friday. So you are Maupe, and now you're and
they have their CMR, so they won't bother you on book, so that's fine. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. Muyiwa Adejobi, First Public Relations Officer. We're back to talk about Rivers politics in just a moment, so don't go away.